Hey there, this is Diana. I was actually supposed to do a big live today for a big psychic line, but we had some technical difficulties, so I'm doing videos for TikTok and YouTube. But today I was looking at the horoscope, the astrology arrangement, and there's kind of some interesting things going on there that I wanted to go over because right now we have got a whole bunch of things in the 11th and the 12th house. So, for instance, in the 11th house, you've got Saturn and Mercury and the Sun and Neptune. Woo! Four planets at once. It's a planetary party. I was going to say something else, but I refrained. So, so what do these signs mean in this particular house? Um, and the 11th house is kind of, it deals a lot with technology and expansion and getting your message out there. But with Saturn in there at this time, well, you would think with Mercury in this house, that would be like a really good thing, really moving forward. But Saturn may be cramping your style a little bit. So you may feel a little bit hindered in that area, although you've got some good aspects in that house with, Mercury and the Sun and Neptune. But you do have to be a little bit careful not to get too carried away with Neptune and start going into conspiracy theories and crazy things, which I know we're having a lot of on every side, everywhere. So that's what's going on in the 11th house. So you're seeing a really strong 11th house in Pisces, so which can be very emotional and very feeling. I always think of Nirvana. She eyes me like a Pisces when I'm weak. Heart-shaped box. But and then the 12th house is really full with a whole lot of planets in there. We've got Jupiter, we've got Venus, we've got Uranus, and Chiron, which is a big thing with me. In fact, I'm writing a book about it, getting close to being finished, about how Chiron, which is an asteroid that most people don't look at too closely, but I think they should, because Chiron is really showing us where our wounds are and um, and where we can make a difference, where we can really heal our lives. And by the way, I do want to note that this is placed in the northern hemisphere, right in the middle of the country, the location for what I'm looking at. So if you live in another hemisphere, another continent, another country on the other side of the world, it might be a little different. But Jupiter is the planet of expansion, and in the 12th house, we tend to be very solitary, very confined, either by choice or not by choice. So it's a little bit of a tense dynamic there. You kind of want to come out of your shell, but with these other things in that sign, like Venus, maybe you want to express your feelings about love, or there's someone that you really are interested in, but maybe you're a little afraid to let them know, or maybe you're hiding behind technology in the 11th house, Mercury in there, but you're still a little afraid because there's Saturn in the 11th house too. So, and Uranus is kind of the wild card, the one that wants to go crazy. So there's just a lot of tension right now in those two houses with so many planets influencing each other. So, and right now the 12th house is in Aries, which can be, of course, very dynamic, very tends to be kind of explosive. And its ruling planet, Mars, is in the second house, which is the native house of Venus. That's also in the 12th house. So you're probably having a lot of issues around love right now, despite us just getting through Valentine's Day. So learning to express yourself. Um, I know we like to do it through the internet, but sometimes you need to do it in person. So you might think about that. coming out of your solitude and kind of, getting actively involved in real life. I have a little bit of a thing about internet and cell phones, and I'm an old person. You know how we are. Kids these days. So I've kind of fallen into that trap a little bit. Get your nose out of your phone. Well, come out of your shell a little bit and, you know, rejoin the land of the living in real life. So the things you should watch for today, for one thing, with Mars in your second house, do you be careful about making impulsive decisions because Mars tends to be a little hot headed. And that can be either a good thing when you talk about passion, but another thing's not such a good thing. So watch out for impulsive spending because the second house involves the household and the love of beauty and material things. So watch out for that. Think about trying to come out of your solitude because this might be a real weakness for you and an ongoing issue with Chiron in that house. You may be feeling it if you have Chiron in your natal chart in the 12th house. Could be really a strong influence and very personal to you right now. So, it's okay to chat on the computer, but get engaged and, you know, think about think about different ways you can communicate with the internet. I guess I'm doing a little projection here because I'm wanting to be more active on the internet. I feel hindered. And I do have a strong natal Capricorn. I'm a Capricorn rising, and Saturn is the ruling planet of Capricorn. Limitations, karma. Yeah, I know that too well. So, but Chiron and Saturn are our teachers. So think about maybe hiding behind the computer a little too much. Come out. And I will see you again soon, I hope. All right. Thank you. Bye bye.